Hey guys, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about what is going on with Jeffree Star and his boyfriend Nathan. I'm going to be showing you very publicly accessible information on the internet put out by public figures, okay? Recently, Jeffree Star has not been on the internet. He has very scarcely been there. Pretty much, if you follow him or you know anything about him, he's always on Snapchat, always on Instagram stories. He has been scarce. He hasn't been really going online as much. And there's a lot of other things that are going on in the background. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say one thing. I think it's sad in this day and age that I literally have to say this, but I will say this. Throughout this video, like I said, I'm going to be presenting very public information to you guys that you can access without me, okay? I am not saying that him and Nathan broke up. I don't know if they broke up, okay? I am not saying that they broke up. Okay, I don't want anyone going on the internet and being like, oh, Karina said they broke up. Karina did not say that. I'm just showing you a pattern of events that has happened. There could be other things involved. I'm not saying that they broke up. I don't know if they did or not. There's just definitely some stuff that is, to me personally, in my opinion, very strange. If you know anything about my channel, I really like Jeffree Star. I support him. Whatever hardship he's going through, I clearly wish him all the best. I hope he gets through whatever it is. I support him. Obviously, I'm wishing him all of the best. And speaking of all of that, so I want you guys to understand that this is an opinion video, like all my videos are. I'm not sharing any facts. I'm just sharing my own opinions, my commentary, what I think and how I feel. I would urge you to please not leave anyone mention any mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments, okay? I'm responding to very public statements made on the internet by public figures, and I will say that this video and any video following this video about this whole situation, it's, you know, I can't really say it's for entertainment purposes. Because this is not, like, to me personally, this is not entertainment, okay? And I would hope that it's not to anybody else. I am just pretty much reporting on what is happening and giving my opinions on it, okay? So, we need to start at the beginning. Nathan, his boyfriend of numerous years, had deleted his Instagram, and Jeffree said in a podcast that it was no big deal, that Nathan wanted to leave social media. I have a whole video on that. I'll be linking it at the end of the video. And, you know, like Jeffree said, oh, we were just having fun with people on the internet. People want to make news stories about it, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, he said, look, you know, he just deleted his Instagram. Fine, whatever. He also then said that a lot of people had accused Nathan for being, quote, gay for pay. And he said that that's definitely not it. And if you remember my response to that, I said, well, that nobody is focusing on Nathan's and what I think and how I feel. It's a little bit more deeper than that. So what has happened recently is now this. This is the biggest, like, thing that I think is a little bit strange. For years, Jeffree's bio on Twitter and Instagram said that he was wifey to Nathan, and he's taken that off of his bio. He literally deleted it, okay? So it no longer says wifey to Nathan. He deleted it, okay? From Twitter. From Instagram, he deleted it. Look, here's the thing. In my personal opinion, the only way that somebody would remove that they were a wifey to anyone is if they no longer were. Do you guys remember the good old days of Facebook or any social media platform where you wrote that you were in a relationship or a marriage or whatever, and then when you no longer were with that person, you would immediately change it to single or take it out of your bio or whatever? My opinion is, to be fair to the situation, obviously it's possible. Look, let's just be real here, okay? It's possible that, yes, he can come tomorrow and he could say, oh, everything is fine between me and Nathan. We're still in a relationship, still madly in love. Everything's still on track. Everything is phenomenal and amazing. And they could still be together. Probably are. They're probably still together. That's amazing. Okay. And he could say, yeah, everything is okay between us. Or, I mean, if you're looking for a gut reaction, I just do not understand why anyone would take off of their bio that they are in a relationship with somebody and a wifey to someone if they still are a wifey. Like, my opinion here, my gut reaction, what I think and how I feel is it is very odd to take out something that's been in your bio for years saying that, you know, you're with someone and then you take it out. To me, personally, it could just mean one thing, but I could be wrong, and he could say everything is fine. But I just, what do you guys think? Vote in this poll, because I just think that it is incredibly strange to take that off of your bio if you're still with a person. Now, I know somebody will say, well, they just moved into a very large house together. They filmed videos together. Yes, those are all true things. Okay, now the next part of the situation is Mama Mitchell. Mama Mitchell is a frequent collaborator of Jeffree Star. He is his friend, and they were supposed to have a bunch of makeup classes together, which have now been canceled. And if you read the notes that have been posted about this cancellation from the actual company, it says, attention, please, may all the attendees to the upcoming Jeffree Star and Mama Mitchell Masterclass tour swipe up for important information. Quote, is with a heavy heart that we must regretfully inform you that due to unforeseen personal reasons, Jeffree Star is unable to travel to Europe to take part in the upcoming Jeffree Star x Mama Mitchell Masterclass tour. All tour dates commencing from the 10th January 2020 in Dublin, Amsterdam, Newcastle, and Liverpool will unfortunately not now be taking place. Please see the FAQs below outlining the information you may need regarding the events. All tickets will be fully refunded into the account you made your purchase with within 7 to 8 working days. Now, in my opinion, the most important part of that whole thing is Mama Mitchell went on actual like Instagram stories, and he seems very upset as well. And he said, look, the thing has been canceled. The classes have been canceled. You're going to get a refund. And he said that Jeffree is like pretty much very upset, and he wants Jeffree to be happy. There's so many emotions going on. Everyone will get a, refund. And, he said, look, there's no way of changing the situation. It's not anyone's fault, but please keep Jeffree in your heart and in your mind. Now, I just want to say this, okay? I've seen like comments on the internet saying, would Jeffree cancel this tour if something did happen in his personal life as far as Nathan is concerned? And I've seen most people say no. Okay, this is, like I said, this is an opinion video, okay, and this is just my personal opinion, okay? In my opinion, what I think and how I feel, if, and this is a very big if and possibility, if there had been something that had happened with him and Nathan, again, not saying that they broke up at all, but if something had happened, in my opinion, I most certainly definitely believe that Jeffree would be pretty crushed, and I do not believe that he would attend these classes. Like, that's just my opinion. I think that Jeffree Star, no matter what people want to say about him, has a very large heart, and I do think that he loves Nathan very much. So I feel like, yes, this would be enough to cancel the classes. Now, there have been people that have been saying that it's not that, it has nothing to do with Nathan, and that it's definitely a family matter, and there's maybe somebody ill, which is none of my business. Okay, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, I wish Jeffree Star all of the possible best. It is very concerning and worrying to his fans, to anybody that follows him, to just not see him popping up on social media, because obviously people really love him, and people kind of like really rely on him in a way, in my opinion, to like sometimes get people through the day. I don't think that people really realize the amount of reach that they have. Obviously, you can see the amount of followers you have, the amount of people that watch your stuff, but I think there's a lot of people that really look up to Jeffree, and when he does these meditation things on Snapchat, and when he gives positive life affirming advice, I think that really does affect people. So when he's not around, when his friends are saying something pretty much, in my opinion, what Mitchell is saying is something bad has happened, and please send Jeffree your positivity and love, and Jeffree's very upset. Well, what are people supposed to think? These are now, you have to understand, right? These are now publicly accessible public statements on social media from Jeffree's friends. So I did see that Jeffree liked a tweet about his makeup recently the other day. Obviously, he's going through a hard time. I just want to say one thing, okay? Okay, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to let you go. My opinion is nothing happens in a vacuum, okay? Whatever the situation is, things don't just happen. Like, I've always say that in my videos, in my opinion, like, things don't just, like, happen where, like, oh, okay, bloop, that's it, that happened, that's it, we gotta go. No, I think that things have patterns, and certain things build and build and build and build and build and build. New things that could be going on, but I personally do not feel that there's numerous things that could be going on. What I'm trying to say is, in my opinion, it's either one situation or the other, okay? I don't think that it's like, a bunch of different things that are, massively happening. It is interesting to me that he definitely bought a large house and he made that, house tour with Nathan. And, I do believe he said that his assistant Maddie is moving in. I believe his security guards are moving in and Nathan is there. And what can I tell you other than let's just see where things go. It is very upsetting to know that Jeffree Star is like hurting. He's in pain. He doesn't feel well. Obviously, what can I say other than hope floats, and you just got to get through whatever it is, and one day at a time, and then eventually you'll feel better, and it will not be, today, tomorrow, the next day. But, I think that at some point, everybody is going to be okay. And I think when people are going through difficult times, like this is just my opinion, and I'll let you go, okay? I've been talking a lot. I feel like in bad situations, whatever the bad situations are, it's people always feel so like hopeless in bad situations because they're like, well, you know what? This is never going to go away. The mentality is I'm in pain. Things are painful. It's never going to be better. It's never going to go away. And this is very, very the human condition. This is very much so like, of course, like people like feel this way. But the reality is pain is temporary. And in the end, things are going to be okay. You ever heard that little cliche saying like, in the end, things are going to be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. That's pretty much what it is. That's how I feel. That's what I would advise anyone that is going through a hard time, that no matter how permanent a painful situation feels, in the end, it will still turn out okay. And you may not be okay right away. You may not be okay for years and years and years and years. But I feel like painful situations, no matter how severe they are, at some point they do subside. So whatever is going on with Jeffree Star, I am wishing him all of the best. I have no doubt that, in a few days, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a few days, he will say something. At the end of the day, it's his private life. I will say, to be fair here, he has made a lot of his private life incredibly public, okay? And now his friends are making some of his private life public, and obviously there was a Masterclass involved. There was makeup classes involved, so obviously they had to say something, and I understand that. But certain things are now being made public, so all I can say is if there's going to be an update, depending on what it is, we will pick this up. I'm hoping that, when I saw all this happening, I was thinking to myself, I really hope it's not what I think it is, because I hope that Jeffree can handle whatever it is, because I think that certain things are very, very, very upsetting and devastating to people. And I'm sure that we have all been through certain situations that can happen to most human beings where, it's like, it's hard to get through. So I'm wishing Jeffree Star all the best. I think that it's important, even in very, very dark moments and moments of sorrow, to know that you have a lot of people that love you. You have a lot of people that care about you. And just because you're going through something that feels like it may be the end of the world, it doesn't mean that it's going to feel this way forever. Things definitely do get better. So I wish Jeffree Star all of the very best, obviously. That's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoy these type of videos, I will be leaving you links that show you other videos such as this. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.